Let me just start with saying that I think what Bryce Harper is trying to do right now is honestly incredible.
Damn.
Hey, so we're recording this episode on Wednesday, May the 3rd. Bryce Harper made his 2023 debut last night against the Dodgers. Ended up going 0 for 4 with a couple of strikeouts in a blowout loss against Los Angeles. And of course, as I'm sure you're well aware, Bryce Harper is coming off of Tommy John surgery. And for a guy like him to return in just 159 days, missing just 30 games of the 2023 season, coming off of Tommy John surgery is, again, super commendable. I want to get that out right in front. But it also got me wondering if this was the right move. Look, Bryce Harper is a phenomenal talent, and I think that's pretty clear at this point, obviously. And for him to come off of what was an incredible postseason run with some massive moments, save a rather weak World Series showing up for him, besides like that Game 3 go-ahead home run. For him to try and come back this quick, I think is amazing, but also semi-dangerous. The only thing I could think of in recent memory that has something similar to this was Shohei Ohtani in the 2019 season. If you aren't aware, on September 30th, 2018, Shohei had Tommy John surgery. He returned to the Angels on May 7th, 2019. He was just DHing, obviously not pitching. It was 220 days from the time that he got Tommy John to the time he made his 2019 debut. He went on to hit 18 homers in 106 games. He had some ups, he had some downs. It took him a couple of games to get back into the swing of things. He went on a nice little run. June was really good for him. But of course, you got to remember 2019 Shohei Ohtani is not 2021, 22, or 23 Shohei Ohtani at this point. And just like Shohei, Bryce Harper did not play any minor league rehab games. So he has not taken swings against live pitching since the World Series. And what I think is super interesting about this whole thing is that we don't get to see this happen very often. Again, the most recent one is the Shohei thing, but you don't typically see position players getting Tommy John surgery. That seems obvious, but that also means that we don't really ever get to see them return from Tommy John surgery and what that timetable looks like. And the other weird wrinkle in this is Harper might eventually end up playing some first base for the Phillies because they're obviously super injured at that position. So right now, Harper clearly the DH. So I'm just super curious on how this whole thing plays out. Like, did the Phillies make the right move, or did the Phillies let Harper make the right move? Because by all accounts, it seems like Harper was the one that is really, really pushing for this to happen. And again, I think it's super commendable, and baseball is better when Bryce Harper is on the field. But I think there are a lot of questions looming. The Phillies are playing good, not great, and Harper in the lineup, whatever he is clearly a better lineup. But for a guy like Bryce, who has had a lot of injuries in his career, for pushing the envelope and for putting his body through a lot, is this the right move? And I think that's a fairly fair question to ask. How long does it take for him to get his timing back? How long does it take for him to feel comfortable in the box? Is this the right move for him long term? Does this add more stress on his elbow? Will this push his ultimate timeline to returning to defensive play in the outfield back further? Again, these are kind of like uncharted waters right now. And I think if Philly fans are questioning the decision while also being excited for him to be back on the field, I think that's completely valid. So I don't know. I think this is one of the things that I am keeping my eye on now for about a month. And if Harper, by all accounts, is swinging at least decent and is not feeling any pain, and if the doctors are saying this is the right move, then let him play, obviously. But I think, again, it's fair to question whether this is the right decision for him. And I hope that it is, because, again, baseball is better when Bryce Harper is on the diamond. And given how incredible his 2022 postseason run was, if he can channel that energy, it is a massive boost to the Phillies lineup in an NL East that, even with the Braves playing the way they're playing, is still attainable for Philadelphia. Let me know how you guys are feeling about this. I got to imagine Philly fans are, again, probably excited, but might be kind of questioning this decision a little bit. And again, I think that's pretty valid. Let me know how you're feeling in the comments below. If you're new here, hit subscribe because I put content out like this all the time. And we're always talking about baseball here on my channel. All right, that'll do it here for this one. Quick one today. I'm Steve Granado. Later.